Off the bench with Razi Sport.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Rosdy Sports, the show where we break down youth sports leadership and the lessons that we go way beyond the game. I'm your host, RB3, joined by Coach Ron, Coach T, and our guy Akeem. Today we're heading to the islands. Our guest has been putting Bahamian basketball on the map, and his stories all about growth, resilience, and leadership. He is the head coach of the Bahamas U17 national team, a multiple-time championship winner with Sunland Baptist Academy, and the founder of the Grand Bahama Youth Basketball Association. Joining us today, all the way from the Bahamas, Coach J. Philippe. Coach, welcome to
All
Off the
right,
Bench.
welcome, brother,
Welcome.
welcome.
I'm
Yeah,
happy
well,
to be a part of the show, man. I'm happy to be a part of the show.
All right, so we'll start with take us back to your college days. What first drew you to the game?
Well, let me just say this, man, before we get into that, Coach Kim. Kim is my guy. He's a guy that's from where I'm from, Freeport, Bahamas. He's a guy that's made tremendous strides in his personal life, his personal development. And I just want to acknowledge you. I noticed you just show you guys got a thing going on, and I get it. But you're a good guy, and I want people to know how good you've been to me. And this is why I
Gotcha,
could
gotcha.
jump on the show with you right away. I work for a national television station in the Bahamas. I'm a broadcast journalist, and I'm a television anchor, sports anchor. So
All right.
Kim is a good guy, man. He's a gem. But you asked the question, what got talked about basketball for me, man. It started when I was in the sixth grade. Um, I have four older brothers that played basketball as well. I'm the youngest of six kids. So
All right.
I started playing with my older siblings that were all better than me. And I had a point to prove, as the youngest one, that I can be good as well too. And so basketball has took me, the journey for basketball has saved my life. That's my story.
Okay.
Basketball and sports saved my life. I grew up in an inner city community. It's called Bain and Grantstown in Nassau, in the Bahamas.
Mm,
And most persons in that community um, just wanted to just get a job to live, right? Just you want
yeah.
a 9 to 5 to be able to support your family and kids, whatever it is. But I was an athlete, and I got a scholarship to a private school in Freeport, where Akeem is from. And I transferred there for my 11th and 12th grade year, which is my junior, senior year. And from there, I became one of the top high school players in the country, in the class of
Okay.
2006. And I got an opportunity. I got a full ride to Virginia Innermont College as a basketball player. I went there for a year and a half, did my freshman year, and part of my sophomore year, then transferred down to Weber University, which is in Polk County, Central
oh
Florida.
yeah, Polk County, not too far from
Polk
us.
County,
Yeah.
Polk.
Yeah.
There's a song say Polk County, right?
Yes, sir.
You know that song. So I went there in Polk County, right is close to Lakeland and
Hmm.
Winter Haven area.
That's right.
And I went to Weber International University. How it happened, I had a guy from the Bahamas that went to that school as well too. And he said, man, Jay, man, you should come down here. It's close to the home, close to the Bahamas, sunshine. I was in Virginia where it was so cold, and
Oh
I could
yeah.
not take it. I remember
Gone.
being, I remember having a snowstorm, and I sat in my dorm room for 2 consecutive weeks. Didn't even come outside. It was that bad.
Mm.
And I'm a guy from the Bahamas. I'm from the islands. I'm used to sunshine and sun and sea and whatever it is.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I played basketball at Webb University. Played 4 years there, and became the captain of the team my senior year. Had aspirations of being a professional basketball player. Played semi-pro, graduated with a bachelor's degree in
Okay.
hospitality and tourism. Didn't have to pay a cent, which was a blessing from God. Did my master's degree. I became a graduate assistant coach. From there, it's just been a journey, man. I'm just so grateful for the sport. It's given me so many opportunities for a young man that came from an area from the Bahamas where people didn't think much of you. And God has been good to me, man. It's been a blessing. I became a coach in the Bahamas. Once I graduated from college, I played semi-pro for a year and a half, made a few bucks, made a few dollars. But when I went to graduate school, when I became the graduate assistant coach, I started to learn how to think outside of just basketball. Like think about what can you be? How can you impact lives? How do you impact the next generation of next athletes? And I decided to move back to the Bahamas. Became a high school teacher at the school that I graduated from. They gave me a job right away. Became a coach. And what I learned in the U.S., I picked up all of those coaching skills and brought it back to the Bahamas. And thus, I became a successful coach at a young age. I won 10 championships in like
Oh, wow.
10 high school championships, right?
That's
That's
good.
good. That's good.
2 national championships, which is the biggest deal. I'm the youngest coach to ever do it. At my age, I won my first national championship. I was like 32, I want to say.
Wow.
Which takes a long time to really win. And with my experience with my coaching, it's not just me, by the way. I have coaching staff that does an excellent job. I have a principal that believes in me, in the vision. I have parents that believe in what I do, and I've been named a national team coach of the entire Bahamas last
That's
year,
dope.
U17, which is a big deal. Like, I never thought it would have happened. I never wanted to be a coach. I wanted to be a professional basketball player. Kim can tell you, me and Kim played. We played. We used to go at it a lot of
Go
times.
at
I
it.
talk a lot of trash to him because he thought he was better
There you
than me.
go.
Yeah, but man, God has been so good, man. I've been in a good position where I'm now the national coach, a broadcast journalist in the Bahamas, and I give all credit to God. But and my journey is not done yet. I'm just getting started. Like, I have a
Right.
long ways to go. So that's a little bit about me. I'll be talking the whole time, so I'm gonna stop right there.
That's all right.
Got you.
That's
Got you.
okay.
All right. What's one story from your time as a player that still sticks with you to this day?
Man, it was crazy. It was my junior year. So I had some teammates. We all lived in a house. Coach got us a house, and I didn't have a car. I couldn't drive in the U.S. You know, I'm from the Bahamas. We drive on the other side of the road, and we had a game at Clayton State University in Georgia, right? And I told my roommates, I said, man, we gotta be at campus at 6 a.m. because we gotta be there because we have to catch a flight to Georgia for the game. And this was my first time starting as a player. Coach already said in pregame, Jay Philippe, you're gonna get your first start as a junior. I'm excited. So these guys, my teammate, he was a starter. He was the best player, by the way. He said, man, you gotta be there. We're gonna go 7 a.m., not 6 a.m. I said, we got to go 6 a.m., man, because I'm a starter. I'm gonna start my first game. And anyhow, long story short, we got there late. Coach is like, why are you guys late? Jay Philippe, you're gonna be the starter. We flew to Georgia. I had family and friends that flew from the Bahamas to come watch me play because I'm starting for the first time. And I never got to play the whole game.
No.
Because I came to shoot around late. Because of my teammates. I listened to my teammates. And I learned that because it taught me from that time to be disciplined, to know you have a different responsibility from everybody else. Like, your journey is different from everybody else. My roommate was a starter. He knew that if he came late, he still would start. He was the best player on the team. He would still play. But for me, it was an opportunity where coach challenged me to stand out, and I didn't stand out. And I benched the entire game. We flew all the way to Atlanta. My family came from the Bahamas to watch me play for the first time. And I didn't touch the court at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
They had to give you a pat on the back. Good job.
Up to this date, my roommate, who was the best player, I always tell him, I say, you really cost me, man. You should have listened to me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's really tough.
Very tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
Because I'm a coach now, and I understand what it means to tell guys to be on time to practice. Or when I have a different responsibility for you, or when I have expectations for you, I try to test you sometimes to see if you're ready for it.
Yeah.
And that's
so
crazy. Go ahead. So I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, it baffles me because you say practice is at 8 o'clock or game start at 8 o'clock. and kids just start getting there at 8 o'clock. No, that means we supposed to be on the court ready to go at 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So that's wild. So discipline and being on time is definitely important.
Man, I'm crazy
Hard
about it,
lesson to
man.
learn.
I see kids even like if you have a game at 5 p.m. now, I would tell my players, be to the gym at 4 p.m. an hour before the game. And I don't want to see you walking in the gym with the slippers, with sandals.
Oh
Don't
no.
come in the gym with no Crocs on your feet. Don't come in the locker room with no headphones in your ear. No, just be ready to play. Don't come in the locker room with a chain on, with a watch, because you don't play. Like, get ready to play.
Right.
And I'm big on being disciplined, because when you get in the work world, we grown men now. Like, people don't make excuses for you. You come to work late, man, you don't get paid. You can't feed your family. You come to work
right.
with other things on your mind. You have a responsibility. So I'm trying to teach I try to teach my players over the years to be responsible young men, because what you learn now, it affects your well-being when you become an adult.
Facts.
That's right.
Yeah,
Hey, Coach, where do you think they picked up all these? I don't even know if I would call them habits, but they're just bad behaviors. Like, where do you think they picked up the slides and all that type of stuff?
man, it's so it starts in America. Can I be honest with you?
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. In America, it's just a trend, right?
Okay, I get it. I
It's
feel you.
what you see on TV and TikTok and social media. It's stylish,
Okay,
right?
I got you.
And then you got some pros that do it. You know,
Yeah, okay.
Right.
one time ago you never saw professional players in the tunnel coming off the bus, right? But
Right.
nowadays it's a part of the program. You
Yeah.
see professional
True.
players in the NFL, MLB, the NBA, they show videos of them coming off the bus with their
Mm-hmm.
Crocs on and slippers and nice chain
Warm-up
and
jumpsuit.
right.
Yeah.
It's a part of what sells the product,
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
right? From a professional level. But kids in high school now, they pick it up as well too.
Mm,
They think it's cool.
okay.
They think it's cool, and I don't like. I get it, but I don't like it. You know.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where they picked it up. They pick it up from what they see on television with the pros doing it. In fact, I just watched a documentary with Team USA in the Olympics. Not even this past Olympics. It was I want to say 2020 Olympics.
Coach K and Vince Carter and those
They
guys?
did a no, not that, not those guys, but Kobe before Kobe died. Kobe those and
Okay.
the not the Dream Team, but the Redeem Team.
Redeem, right.
Right.
So they
Mhm.
did a documentary. Those guys showing what they did pre-game, post-game, all that stuff. And so it's good for TV. But when young players see it, they think it's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
I think the
that's my
misconception,
opinion.
but no, but the thing is that it's the misconception from that because and this is why I don't like to watch the news, and even though you got to watch the news, right? They
Right.
only giving you what they want you to see, but they don't see what those guys are really putting in work. They just showing you
Exactly.
with all the
Yeah.
jewelry
Right
coming off
there.
and all the flashy stuff,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not showing like Kobe put up like a million shots before or even after that he got off of that bus.
You're right,
And
coach.
and then that's what they all see, and that's not the reality.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not the reality. And yeah, so it's the
That's why I
media,
said
man. It's the media.
it's a seller. They do it
Yeah,
to sell, right? For Netflix
exactly.
series, for documentary. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they show that these guys woke up 5 o'clock in the morning, right, to go put up shots
And who
and
wants to
work
watch
on that
that?
game, yeah, it'll be different. But they only show certain things, because short clips you can't show everything, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah,
Facts.
you're right, man.
Got you. All right. You have a coach or a teammate who really influenced how you see the game today.
Back in college,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you met him too, King. Remember Junior Judy? He was from Winter Haven. You would have met him. He was he was just so talented. He came from junior college at St. Petersburg, St. Pete,
Yeah.
which is in the Tampa area. You guys would know St. Pete.
Yeah,
Junior
yeah, we
Judy
know
was
St.
my
Pete.
he he went to junior college and came to Weber University. He had a full ride to I want to say FAMU in Tallahassee, D1.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, it is.
HBCU.
D1 FAMU. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
HBCU.
definitely.
I want to say FAM, but he went. But he was. He came to Weber University where I played, and he was just so good. And he was his talent was like effortless, like he was just better than everybody else.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
and
Almost.
and it was he was my roommate as well too. And when I saw how good he was and his work ethics towards basketball, like after practices, he would wanna stay around and shoot more shots and work out. I'm like, man, like you're just so he was a difference maker for me.
What inspired you to become a coach?
So here's a story when I tell kids I never wanted to become a coach
Mhm.
because I thought I would have been a professional player, honestly, and I thought I was good enough. Um, but what inspired me to become a coach? And Kim, you know Bonnie Basin, right? You know Bonnie?
Yeah, I know Bonnie.
She was like my
She probably
adopted
got
mother.
a hundred champions under her belt.
Yeah, so there's a lady named Bonnie Basin. She recruited kids from different older islands in the Bahamas. So where me and Kim, where I'm at right now, presently where Kim is from, it's like the second city in the entire Bahamas. The Bahamas is made up of 700 islands and keys. I'll say it
Wow.
again, 700 islands and keys, right? But about 30 of those islands are populated as far as people that live there,
Mhm.
large population. And she recruited me as a player. Once I went to college and played my 4 years, and was excelling in basketball, she would always tell me, "You're so knowledgeable about the game. You should give back." I'm like, "Back? I'm trying to go pro. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make money from this."
Yeah.
And there was one time I came back to the Bahamas during my spring break, and I coached my high school team during a tournament, and we went all the way to the finals with very little work. And that's when she said, most persons said, man, you should come back home and really give kids an opportunity to see basketball from a different perspective. And that's how it started. It started it started in 2012. It's 2025 now, 13 years ago, when I just came home and I started to show kids the system that I ran in college, show them plays, out of bounds plays, half court sets, action plays, full court, whatever it is. And the kids really they took to it, and it was effective. And that's when I started my journey as a coach. I'm like, you know what? As a kid from the Bahamas, where we don't get exposed to basketball on that level, if I can help show these kids that what I learned in college, which they took to it, it made a difference for me. And that's when I started my whole coaching journey,
Gotcha,
2013,
gotcha.
2012.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So I got a question for you here. How would you describe your coaching style or philosophy?
So my coaching style now is based on the players that I have. So when I first started coaching, I had a philosophy or a standard. I wanted to coach kids the way I learned how to play in college. Like whatever I learned, it was like I'm putting it down your throat. Let's do it this way. But I realized that you have different talented players on different levels. They can't do what you want them to do because they can't comprehend it. So now
Right.
what I've done over the years now, I've built relationship with players where they get to trust me. So I coach players based on their talent level. If I have some really good guards, my philosophy and my coaching style is use athleticism, play fast,
Gotcha.
full court press, get steals, get layups, easy baskets. This year I had to change it because I have a 6'8" big that's really good. In fact, he lived in Oklahoma
Oh
and came back
wow.
to the Bahamas, and he is my best player. So I have to slow the game down and use him. So
Right.
philosophy is discipline. Go back to your question. Discipline, um, being being able to understand concepts, but more importantly, my philosophy is knowing that you have so much to play for. We have a really good program, coach. Right? We have a good program now, and we've built a reputation of being in one of the top 3 teams in the country over the past over the past 6, 7 years now. So playing with a purpose. It's like the Boston Celtics and the Lakers. Like you play for pride. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
Celtic pride, Laker pride. And so
Yeah.
buying into what are you playing for? And my philosophy has just been, like I said, discipline, playing with a purpose, and then playing a style of basketball that best suits my current players and not just what I want them to do. That's been successful for me.
Right.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right. So I heard you say you was coaching from 2012.
Right.
So with that era and today's era, how do you connect with the different type of eras with players?
Well, it's not a big errand difference. You're not talking about 30 years. Um, the good thing about me, I'm young. I'm 38, Kim. You know that. I still
Yeah.
play. So I still play basketball. I
Mm.
still play in men's league. I still play in different leagues. And I connected because of my ability to show guys how to play the right way in my mind. It might not be the right way in everybody's mind, but in my mind. Um, and I've had the opportunity to send. We've had over the past 12 years, I've had over 20 guys that went off to college on full rides in the U.S. scholarships, and so those guys still come back and help my program as well too. And so I connect guys. Back to your question, I'm able to connect because simply we've been able to show guys what it is, what the journey is to be able to get guys to the next level. And we've been able to, over the years, just simply prove that our track record has worked. And that's how I connect guys. It's not a
How
big
how
difference.
important how important do you think that connection has to be for them to really buy into what you're trying to teach them?
But that's very
How,
important. That's very
yeah.
critical because, we as humans, we tend to react on what we see. And if they can see that there was a guy that was in that same shoe steps four
Right.
years ago that was successful. And
Hmm.
guys, I like you guys live in the US, man. I I want to put things in perspective. It's very different when you live on the islands and want because the NBA is the highest level of basketball.
Right.
College college basketball is a dream come true from
Right.
kids from the
Facts.
islands.
Yeah.
It's a dream come true. I was very fortunate, guys. Very fortunate. Very fortunate. Don't take it for granted. And so when guys see that there was someone before them that can get it done, and someone else before them that can get it done, it gives them hopes that if they
Right.
can get it done, I can get it done as well too. We've seen, I mean, if you follow Bahamas basketball, we got the Buddy Heels,
Yeah.
right? That's from the
Mm-hmm.
Bahamas.
Yeah.
You got DeAndre Ayton,
Yeah.
it's from the
Mm-hmm.
Bahamas playing for the Lakers. We got Kai Jones that played for the Dallas Mavericks just last
Yep.
year. We got
Yeah.
VJ
Mm-hmm.
Edgecombe that plays for the
Oh yeah.
Philadelphia 76ers. He's from the
Yeah.
Bahamas. We got
Very talented.
Eric Gordon is from the Bahamas that plays for the Sixers. And then we got Clay Thompson, whose father is from the Bahamas that plays
Mm.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, he is.
plays in the NBA.
Yeah.
So we got so many guys that we can look up to now.
Yeah.
Yes.
One time ago, it was like you had one guy, but now we have like 6, 7
It was
guys.
just like Rick Fox.
Rick Fox, Dexter Cambridge,
Yo, that's
Michael
funny you say
Thompson,
that.
right? Michael Thompson that plays for the Lakers. He was the number one
Michael
draft pick.
Thompson too.
Yeah. So now we're seeing so many guys that are that's not just on NBA teams, but being like real players
Yep.
that rotation players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny you named two that we know personally, especially Kai Jones.
Oh,
Kai
you know
Jones
Kai
actually,
Jones?
Yeah. I
yes, let
went
me
to
tell you,
school.
Kai
Went to
Jones
school.
went to school with my boys. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Orlando Christian Prep. Oh
He
yeah.
did. Yeah, he
Yeah, let
was
me
in
tell
Orlando
you.
Christian Prep. Then he went up the New Jersey area, right?
Yeah, the
Yes, sir.
Brewster.
He did. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you
And
got
then
it.
before VJ went to Baylor, my youngest son that's at the University of Florida played with him a little bit. So yeah, we got to meet all of them guys, man. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
yeah. It's pretty
unbelievable,
cool.
man. Unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Them guys are definitely opening doors, even more so now. For especially for Bahamas and even for the islands too, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of kids out there
yeah.
that are hungry and playing.
One
So
time ago, man, we did not have much references. We got multiple guys. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, you
rotation.
do.
We got starters. Rotate. And in fact, all of those guys in there were like they were lottery picks. You know,
They're
Yeah,
not.
pretty
They
much.
were. They were.
No, they were.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
think
were.
so. I
they
think
were
so.
lottery picks, and that's rare. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Buddy Hield was a player of the year in college
Yeah, that
at
Right.
Oklahoma
Oklahoma.
run was crazy.
You
Yeah.
know, Kai Jones played 1 year at Texas and I think it was a 13 overall pick. You know,
Yeah.
we got VJ was the third, fourth
The
overall
third.
pick
Yeah,
over
third.
the
Yep. To the
Baylor.
Yeah, third,
76ers.
fourth. Yeah.
Yeah,
Top
we
pick.
got we got we got guys that are playing at a high.
All right, so tell me, how did you make your way into sports broadcasting?
Man, that's a funny story. So when I went to college, I studied hospitality and tourism, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the number one industry in the Bahamas, guys. So the 70% of the national revenue that's generated in the Bahamas is from tourism.
Mm.
And that's why I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree in hospitality and tourism. And I worked in my field. I worked at the Ministry of Tourism and the national tourism sector in the Bahamas. But I had a friend of mine, she worked at Broadcasting Corporation, which is media. And she said that, Jay Philippe, everybody's talking about you as a potential broadcaster because you speak well, you look part, all that stuff. And I said I was not interested at all. I have no interest in broadcasting. I love my job.
Yeah.
She called me again the following week and said they are still talking about you. They want to know if you're interested. I said, you know what? Let me give it a try. I said, I'll go. I'll hear what they're saying. And I went to a meeting. I thought it was a meeting. When I got there, it was a full interview. Like they had like 3 executives. I was told I'm coming to a meeting. When I went there, there was 3 executives of media. They were sitting there and they just pretty much asked me questions about what I want to do, where I could see myself going in broadcasting, and what kind of salary I wanted. And I'm like, I came for a meeting. I just came to hear about what you guys want to offer. But anyhow, it worked out well. At the end of that meeting, they offered me a job. I said, I don't think I want this because I like my job. So I walked out of that meeting. The meeting, supposed to be meeting. The following day, I got a phone call and they offered me a job, a job with the salary, and I said it was better than where I worked. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like,
Hey,
Love
couldn't
got to
pass
do
that
it.
one.
let's do it. If that's what you're offering, let's do it. And that's how I got into broadcasting. I had no training, Kim. I had no training for broadcasting. I've never did a live production. I spoke on the news as a tourism official. I got interviewed many times, but I never was the person, an interviewed person. I never knew how to go about asking questions. I never knew how to do a show. But that's how I got into broadcasting. One meeting turned into an interview. And there, you know what? In 2 weeks, I was working as a national broadcaster, as a journalist.
Oh man, God works
And
in
and,
mysterious
and you're
ways, brother.
Just wait.
and you're saying that they gave you this job just on the strength of just how you carry yourself, how you speak and
Right.
all that.
So like I said, I started coaching. I was a coach, right?
Right, okay.
And many times when the broadcasting corporation came to interview me for games,
Okay,
they
got
saw
you.
me, how I carried myself, my responses. I
Got
was
you.
prompt to, I just said some things that was, I guess they liked, the responses was good.
Educated.
Right. And I was educated too.
Educated, right?
At that time, the general manager remembered me and
Mhm.
he said, this guy, he knows sports. He knows the game. He knows he can speak well. He's educated. There's an education as well too. And that's how it happened. They
Mhm.
like people watch you without you even knowing they're watching you.
Yeah.
That's what
And that's what
exactly.
happened. Like I never knew that they paid attention to what I was doing.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
from what
gotcha.
I understand, there's in broadcasting and in television, they have what's called a Q rating. So it sounds like you might have a high Q rating.
I had a very high Q rating.
See,
That's all right.
so was there like a learning curve for being in front of the camera, broadcasting?
Of course. I
No,
mean,
no, your Q rating is how people just like you as an individual, your sound, your tone, your vibe.
Oh no, I know that part. I was just asking him another question.
Oh my.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
good.
We good.
Yeah, no, certainly, man. So it was even today. I'll be honest with you. I've been doing broadcasting for 7 years now. I've been an anchor for
Oh,
7 years, and you still get nervous. It's still a learning curve because one day Michael Jordan is here in the Bahamas, right? I have to interview him, and that's different from interviewing a local person because you think that you have to be ready for certain
Mm.
questions.
yeah,
So it was a learning curve for me, to be honest with you. You have to learn how to listen to people, how to not have your own perception sometimes because people think differently. And I still learn in journalism. Every day is a learning curve. Like you don't know it all.
Right.
Mm.
yeah,
You get to tell people stories through sports. And when you listen to people's stories, it gives you some kind of motivation. It makes you grateful. It makes you thankful. It makes you want to say like, wow, people really are going through things sometimes. And
yeah.
your job is to just to tell that story to influence the other person or the next generation of athletes or whatever it is. So it's a learning curve. It's still a learning curve. It's been a learning curve and it's still a learning curve right now as we speak.
Gotcha. So how do you stay objective to players that you know personally or teams you know personally?
While I'm still coaching, right?
Yeah.
So that's something I had to master, by the way. You have to really master like you have to be secure within yourself first and foremost.
Gotcha.
I know that I'm a coach. I know what I do. Um, I know my goal. I know my calling for my life. My calling for my life is to impact others. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Right.
Um, and so when I'm doing interviews with different athletes from different teams, rival teams, people that you may not even necessarily like, I know this is just a job for me. So I have to be professional as I can be. And I watch Stephen A. Smith those and everybody and Cam Newton those and everybody else and I'm like, sometimes you can see where their feelings are on their shoulders,
Yeah.
right? But I don't allow it to happen because I live in a small country where everybody knows you.
Yeah.
Everybody's eyes are on you. So I have to be very respectful and responsible. So at the end of the day, man, it's a job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pays me, and I have to be a professional in my job because that's what gave me this platform. And so I very rarely um I'm very subjective. I do my job and make sure that I get it done. And when my evaluations are being done on me with me, I make sure that I did what I'm supposed to do. So and then I just love athletes. I love kids. I love what I do. So it's the bigger goal is making sure that I give people exposure to be able to be seen around the world, and that's the main goal for me. You
Okay.
know,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Well, look,
Are
coach,
there any
one of the
memorable
things.
moments, like good or bad, on air?
Oh yeah, man. I just had a
Oh.
I just had I went viral on TikTok, by the way. I'll tell you that. Right? We had a track meet in the Bahamas. It's called NACAC, which is a North American, Caribbean, Central Track and Field Championships, professional athletes. Right. This is right before the Olympics, by the way.
Hmm.
And it countries from North America, which is obviously USA, Canada, Central America, which is Mexico, in those countries.
Greece and all the guys.
Mhm.
Right? South America, which is all the Panamas and the Peru and the Colombia, and
Mm.
and Nicaragua, those, and then the Caribbean. So the viral moment was when you doing it was a live track meet. So I'm there 5 hours doing interviews right after everybody races. You done right away. And I had a Jamaican artist a Jamaican sprinter on the side of me that was next for the interview. But I was interviewing a young lady from Barbados, just won the 400-meter hurdles. And I was interviewing her about a race. But like I said, I had a Jamaican next to me that I was supposed to interview afterwards. But anyhow, I said, congratulations on your race, Jamaica. And she stopped and she's like, Jamaica? Barbados? National pride.
Oh man.
And this was live around the world, guys. This is around the world.
Oh my.
Listen.
She corrected me real
and
quick.
you asked for being Barbadian from Bahamas, like you should know you can't do that.
Bro, I said to myself, how can I make that kind of mistake? But listen to me. I'm alive on TV for 5 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a long time.
Consecutive days, by the way. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
oh wow.
One mistake is good.
Not
one
that.
mistake ain't bad.
Not that.
No, you say it ain't bad, but from national pride from the Caribbean, that's a big mistake.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
That's
a
big no. That's a big no.
Like
Barbados, it's kind of like
Jamaica, Bahamas, you got to come correct. You can't make that kind of mistake.
Yeah, no. I know. You kind of made that same Steve Harvey mistake when he called that lady Miss Columbia.
And that's what they compared me to that.
Oh man.
They compared me to that for the longest now.
Oh man, now you know I'm gonna look it up, right? I'm gonna look it up.
I'm gonna send it to Kim. And she corrected me so fast, but it was so live, so I had to kind of revert it right away. I was like, I'm sorry, I apologize, and I went with the question.
Right, you got to. Hey, it's already done.
Keep going. You got to keep going.
Never let you sweat.
Can't stop. If you stop, it would have been a more viral moment. So I had to kind of put it with the rest. So
that's Bohemian Runner stuns the interviewer.
Listen to me. If I'm gonna send it to you guys. When you see the note, when you see the comments underneath.
Oh man.
I had to stop looking because I felt so bad. Like I had to stop. It made me almost want to quit my job, man.
Oh man, that's awesome. Oh man,
the growing
moment. So with coaching and anchoring being such demanding jobs, how do you balance both?
And that's a good question, Ken. So the good thing about this is while I've been coaching for 13 years, it's been all voluntary coach. I've never received a salary for it. Wow. Right? Because anchoring is my job, my profession. That's what pays me. And so I have to find a balance sometimes. And I thank God that I have some assistant coaches. You know Marco, tall guy, Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played at University of Delaware, D1 school. So he's my assistant coach. He was the best man at my wedding. He's my best friend. He makes it easy for me. But I have to find that balance because coaching is just it's a passion of mine. I don't need to get paid to do it. I do it because when I was a kid, people invested in my life as a player. And so when I'm coaching, I see it as an investment into young people sometimes, where I'm there to help you to reach your maximum potential. And as a broadcaster, that's my bread and butter. That's how I feed my family, my kids, my wife, my daughter. I pay the bills. So it almost works together because the coaching aspect has blessed me so much. I've traveled around the world as a coach. I don't get paid a salary when I travel to coach places, go places. They pay for me, right? They pay for your housing, your meals, transportation. And the coaching has put me on a pedestal where people in the Bahamas has got to know me through coaching. Most people know me as a coach, not even as a broadcaster.
Right.
Yeah. And so how I balance it goes back to what you asked, man. It just works out, man. I believe in God's divine favor. It works out where I can coach and I can still have a full-time job. And my employers, my general managers and my executive managers, they know that I'm a coach. So it helps build the brand for me as a broadcaster, sports broadcaster. He doesn't just talk about sports. He knows sports. He's coach. He plays. He does all this stuff. He does summer camps. So it's just like a perfect marriage, to be honest with you guys. And that's how I balance it, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Very respectful as well.
Never got paid to coach a day in my life, guys. I just do it because I just love it, you know.
That's dedication. That really is, and it's really admirable as well because, especially out here in the States, everybody's looking for a dollar.
I know.
You know, and then the crazy thing about it, you get bad basketball. So you got to pay this guy just for bad basketball. Like, come on, man.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, it happens all the time. So to hear that is very refreshing, you know.
And then and I've had opportunities. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I've had opportunities to come back to the U.S. and be a coach at college, different college. I applied for different college jobs. That's because I saw myself as becoming a Division I coach, right? And I knew that in the U.S., man, it's so hard. Like, you don't win games, you get fired.
Yeah.
Like,
there's the word loyalty doesn't exist out here, man.
You see what happened in professional
sports? You're done.
Professional sports where guys get paid millions of dollars. You don't win a certain amount of games, man, you get fired.
Yeah.
They find somebody else. So, and that's one reason why I like I said, I continue to be a broadcast journalist. That's my passion. That's what I love to do. But coaching is just something that's passionate. I'm passionate about it, and I don't want to ever. I mean, I guess for the right opportunity I may, but I don't want to see it as something I want to do to be paid for it, because my passion it overwhelms the payment, and I don't want to be there coaching, and you know, it's just a big investment as a coach, man. You don't win the games, you have a bad season, they fire you, they find somebody else.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might not even be the coach's fault. You might just have not the right players. To me,
resources. Yeah, you can't pull the right players. You have an athletic director who calling the shots for you, and you just you following orders, and then it's just so much to go with it, man.
So tell me, what motivates you the most these days?
Man, just my ambition. Like I see myself as one of the greats in the Bahamas. And I've done so much at a young age as a coach. I'm just 38 years old, just turned 38 a couple of weeks ago. To know that when I see people every day in the Bahamas, like home and kids come up to me and parents and players, and they're so touched by the way my coaching staff and I have been doing, because I never credit everything to me. It's my coaching staff, it's my principal, it's the program where I coach. When I get the smile on the faces of kids and players and they want to be a part of something, it's mind blowing. It's touching. It's sentimental. It really touches my heart to know that people see the work I've been doing, and I want to continue to do that kind of work. And that's what motivates me every single day. On top of my Christian beliefs, Kim, I came from a Christian family. My father is a pastor in a church. My mother is the first church. And so to know what they would have sacrificed for me and my other 5 siblings, and I believe that your talent really makes room for you, right? Your gifts makes room for you. The Bible talks about it. And so when I know that I can impact people's lives, that's the biggest gratification ever, knowing that you're impacting lives. That's what.
Gotcha.
Nah, that's cool, man.
Again, no dollar. I don't get paid for it. And most people would say they would stop. Man, that's ain't paying my bills, man. It's taking time for me. It does take time for me and my family. It's a lot of result. In fact, I spend money, every day.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
taking guys to
Yeah,
practice,
we know.
dropping them back off, and this guy don't have a tennis shoes. I'm buying him this and that, and traveling, getting sponsors. It takes a lot of money from me, but I know that it's a bigger purpose in it. You know, I'll be rewarded at the end of the day.
So let me ask you this: while you mentioned family, the support. You know, you're getting a lot of support from your family with what you're doing with the
Yeah,
with
with
the
everything, yeah,
with the coaching.
with the coaching, yeah. So my parents are big. I told you I grew up with three older brothers. They all were athletes too,
Right.
so they understand my journey. One of my brothers, they're doing very well. One of my brothers is an attorney, right?
Okay.
The other one is an environmental scientist, and the other one is a construction guy. He works for construction. So they all understand the vision and dreams. And then my wife, she's very supportive as well too. She's an athlete, former athlete, track and field. So she knows
Okay.
discipline. It's like I'm so grateful for her because she knows what it is to be an athlete.
Yeah.
So they
It
all
makes it
understand.
easy, doesn't it?
Oh God, it makes it very easy.
My wife played basketball, so it's great. It makes it a
I wish,
whole lot easier.
I wish my wife played basketball too. It'd be way more easier. Yeah. So they understand that it's beneficial for us
Yeah.
from an overall standpoint. It works out.
Right. That's good. That's what we need because they say behind every strong man is a woman that holds that rock on that keeps
Yeah.
us up, right?
Yeah,
So
for sure,
it's awesome.
for sure, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So I got another question. Do you, how I can say it? Do you have to deal with parents thinking you should play their kids more?
Oh my God, what kind of question is that? That's every
Yeah.
day. What?
And how do you
What?
handle it? Like, how do you smoothen it out? Or
So what I've done, and I've the first few years I struggled with that. By the way, I struggled with that. Like parents thinking that their kid should be playing, right? Because that in their mind that kid is the best, right?
yeah,
Right.
Uh, and I went through some difficult times, by the way, like difficult times where like parents stopped talking to me.
no,
Parents complained about me to the principal. Parents sent letters saying that he doesn't know what he's doing, like all the stuff. But what I've learned now that works out is my past record, right?
yeah,
We have a winning program. We win about coaches. We win about 85% of our games
That's good.
that's good.
over the past 10 years. 85% of the games we win.
Mm.
And then also, I've learned to not allow parents to come to my practices. No, I have closed off
Yes.
practice.
That's a common theme. It sounds like.
You have to. You don't come to practices. Or if you want to come to a practice, then you run a practice to be. I want to see you run a practice. A parent.
Right.
And the majority just can't, right? They just see
Right.
their kid. And so I've learned that, and I've had kids that came in and transferred out because parents thought they should be starting, they should be playing minutes. But again, what I'm saying is our track record stands for this. We won national championships, back-to-back national championships. We won 10 island championships. And the references now it's like you want to rely, even in practices. My practices, I tell my players, don't ask your parent to come around me. If your parent comes around me, you won't be playing. So you need to figure out when you go home, let your parent know that I had a good practice or I had a bad practice today. I'm not playing because someone is a little bit more talented than me or more seasoned than me. I'm honest with guys, you know?
You
And
have
so
to be.
I'm
You have
honest
to
with
be.
them. And so even now, man, some games you get some parents sitting right behind the bench, like right behind the bench. They're yelling in your ear the whole time. Play my son, play my kid, play my. I'm like, just try not to pay attention to it. But at the end of the day, we win a lot of games. You know, if I was losing a lot of games, then I could understand it. But we win a lot of games. And at the end of the day, when it comes to competitive sports, for me, it's not about pleasing parents or players. It's about getting the job done. You know,
Right.
Mm.
Exactly.
you want to win, right? You want to win because winning takes care of everything. For the most part, it should.
And your resume speaks for it, you know?
Resume speaks for it, man. You want to win. And so I'm very excited when we win games. And I look back at the stands of the parents. I'm like, you good? You won. I mean, you didn't play much, but we won.
We
you want
won.
to play or you want to win the game? Which is
He
more
got a
important?
trophy to put on a shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something I've struggled with. Like I said, I stop allowing parents to come to my practices, and I just like even during games, like we have a strict protocol. Like before the game, my players we meet in the locker room right before the game. During halftime, I don't allow them to go in the stands and speak to the parents or family. Like I'm strict on that because I want them to be focused on what's ahead and not get distracted. Because there's always going to be somebody that thinks they should be playing. Always.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt when I was in college. I thought I should have been a starter for 4 years, right?
Gotcha.
But I realized some guys are just better than me, you know? So that's what I do, man. And I don't have no group chats with parents. Like I don't. If you want to call me on my phone and ask me about something. I'll give the honest answer.
Yeah.
So look, since
So
you're in the
let me
honest
ask you.
answer.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead. What you were saying?
So now, since you're in the honest answers, I'm gonna ask you: do you think these parents are influenced by their parents in America? Because it sounds like they're doing the same thing.
No, it happens around the world, man.
Yeah.
Like you gotta understand.
Parents are
You gotta
copying
understand
America too,
parents.
because it seems like they're doing the same thing over there here.
No, it's happening here. It's not. That's not an American influence, right? So every parent wants the best for their kids. I mean, you would want the best for your child, right? Most, I would say that. I wouldn't say every parent. But until you see your child as competing amongst other kids that wants the same goal, that has the same vision, it's a different. You have a different perspective, and so some parents they take their kids out in the front yard and shoot 20 shots and they make 15 and they think that kid is an NBA player. When you're just playing with yourself, you know?
Right, exactly.
And it's
Different.
the 8-foot court.
Yeah, it's 8-foot court. It's a bent rim.
They go in the game and can't hit one shot.
It's a bent rim, so everything just goes in anyhow. So you don't.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So with all the competition and 80% of the games that you guys are winning, like what is the demographic of teams are you guys playing? Are you coming to the States to play or different countries to play, or is just in the Bahamas? How does that work? What is the schedule like for you guys?
So the majority of the competition is in the Bahamas, right? We have tournaments. Like we just had a tournament, a Thanksgiving tournament, in last month. We have teams from Tennessee and Georgia.
Okay.
They come every year. Tennessee, Georgia, Florida.
Okay.
North Carolina, they come every year, but that's very rare. You know, we just see them in November. We don't get to play against American teams for the entire year. And that's why I said I'm traveling next week to Florida because my team is over there right now as we speak.
Oh, okay.
Playing at the big, the big house. What's it called?
Yep.
The big house. Yeah. We know the big house.
Not far.
Well.
Yeah, they're right there right now as we speak. We got some games against some teams in Florida. We go to Daytona Beach. We go at what's it called? DME?
Yeah, DME. Yes, DME.
Yeah, DME. We got a game in Kissimmee against Southland Christian Academy.
Yeah, Southland Christian. Yeah, we know them very well.
Yeah. So Coach Marlon Brown is my guy there.
Marlon. That's that. Hey, he used to coach with me. He used to be in my organization, Marlon Brown. Yeah,
he's a firefighter, right?
Yeah, that's my guy.
That's what I'm saying. So I scheduled games for these guys to play. We play against Winter Haven High School. We play against Lake Wales High School.
Lake Wales, okay.
Lake Wales in Polk County had produced a lot of real big time players, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So for me, we always travel in the Christmas to play against teams in the US to get that competition to see that where they stand against American players.
Right.
But the majority of our games, back to your question, is against local teams that we dominate. I'm at a private school, right? So I recruit guys. So honestly, as good as a coach I may think I am, you need talent to win.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I recruit guys that can play, that has aspirations to play at the next level. And that's why we've been so successful over the years, man. I have the talent, and we have a system of program as well too. But yeah, we play mostly local players. Coach Coach Terrell, right? Mostly local guys, but we play some international competition as well too.
Okay. No, that's awesome.
All right, if you could go back and give your younger self, one piece of advice, what would it be?
In general, or as far as coaching and where I'm at right now?
In general.
Uh, One piece of advice. I would say probably, man, that's a tough one, Kim. You
I had a
gotta get
joke. I was gonna say get paid for basketball. Nah, nah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
shoes. That you're right about that. I would have put a price on my what I do.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I would have put a price, man. But just my advice, I would just say, man, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, Kim. You got me off guard with that one.
You know
I do
what?
it for coaching.
In the spirit of not getting paid to coach a national team, I would say that there should be, if I'm not sure how much how deep your hands are as far as the construction of the whole entity, but I would think, man, if you're running a team for the nation, the nation should be looking out.
Yeah. So the thing about that is with our national programs, man, the senior national program is a priority, right? Uh,
Hmm.
uh, the junior national programs, what I coach, is it's just not a priority right now. It's development,
Hmm.
but because we got so much pro players on a national team, a senior team,
Hmm.
they just take all the resources.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
No, that makes
uh,
sense.
we played the junior national team. We just played this summer against some team, um, different teams from around the world. Um, but it's again it's basketball is not the major sport in the Bahamas, right?
Oh,
Right. You have more success in track and field.
oh,
Right.
wow, okay.
Yeah, way more success in track and field. We have Olympic gold medalists and yeah, all around. So basketball is like I said, it's growing now to be one of the national sports now because we've had so much success over the
Mhm.
past 10 years now. And so
Mhm.
eventually I do believe that our national sports government officials would make it a priority to take care of our national team coaches and our players.
Mhm.
But at this point, we're not there as yet. And it's unfortunate. Uh,
Well, I like putting pressure on corporations, and they understand that they got to spend money to make money. So, hey, they need to lay down.
I believe that, man. I believe that. Spend money to make money. Yeah, I
Hmm.
agree. I agree. And
But
you
you know
got,
what? The bigger blessings come later, though, Coach. So I like the route that you're going right now because
yeah,
you've been doing it for 13 years and you're having a lot of success,
all
right?
this.
You're having a lot of success with it. The payout's gonna come. You know what I mean? So that's how I believe in things. That's so for me, money is great, but money's not everything.
Yeah.
The love, because like for me, the love for me, like with even my organization, I had this organization for over 20 years, but like I had
Wow.
to give it up because I had kids and that now to play collegiate ball now. So I gave it up because one, I wasn't making the money to take care of my businesses. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I find that with me just giving it and just giving my knowledge to these kids and helping them achieve their goals is more rewarding because right
Right.
now with my kids where they at, the finance is going to come.
Yeah.
You,
So you
you
got
know
a
what I
son
mean?
that plays
I'm going to be
you got a
blessed
son that
later.
plays for
So
UF?
say again,
You got a son that plays for UF?
I have two at UF.
That play?
Well, one is going to most, I can't even say it, but like one most likely will be redshirting because he has
Oh,
surgery, shoulder injury, and the other one's a sophomore that's fighting for that eighth spot right now. So
okay.
he's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good.
That's a blessing, man. That's
Yeah,
good.
and that's where that money comes in. It's the politics that go along with a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I'm gonna stay away from that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That poor righteous teacher thing, man, is kind of overrated too. I don't know, man. I think we should. I'm an advocate for compensation.
Right.
That's just me. Because like you said, it's gonna cost us money to get to the gym. It's gonna cost us money to buy balls and stuff like that to run drills. Sure, I don't mind spending the money to have a successful practice, but at the same time, yeah, time is valuable. Time is money.
It
Oh yeah,
You
is.
no, for
know,
sure.
so yeah, compensation is, I think there's a fair amount of compensation that I think these corporations could break bread with, you
Oh
know.
yeah, now, don't get me twisted now, coach. I'm not saying that coach shouldn't get paid. What I'm
And,
saying is, you know, this shouldn't be his main focus. Is what I'm saying.
and clearly it's
Which I
not.
don't think it is. I'm not speaking for you, coach,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'm just saying the blessings come when you do your time. And I
yeah,
think
Yeah,
he's
most.
doing his
and
time, and I think the blessing's gonna come because right now, like I said, I know at least three of him Bahamians, I want to say it right, that's playing in the league. You know what I'm saying? So if they keep producing, more money comes to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And then the more money can go down to the J. Philippe's. You know what I mean?
Right.
right. But I just want to make sure that as that money starts trickling in, it starts trickling down. Because most of the
Of
time you'll
course it
find
it,
that the
it
money
does.
starts hitting these higher ups and these CEO, CFO, it hit those levels,
Right.
and then they never reach down to the folks that's actually on the ground putting the
So
putting
Putting the
so
the
work.
putting
so
the work
so
in
I
on the
have a little bit of
grassroots.
experience though, coach. My kids play for Team Puerto Rico. You understand? And those coaches get paid. And it's why? Because you got the Carlos Arroyos and you got all of those who are very successful in the league. That money comes in. Now, granted, Puerto Rico's a part of the US, but still, that money does come through. You follow me? And it does go down to those teams. You know what I mean? So like my kids, when they go play for the national team, yo, everything is paid for. So
Mhm.
it does trickle in. You just got to keep being successful, which coach is being.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Mhm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, coach. I mean, I'm speaking on your behalf, but
No, no, no. You,
you
you,
know,
you, man. That's the right concept, man. That's how it should happen. But does it happen like that sometimes? Most times it doesn't, but that's how it should happen, right?
right? It should, right? And I
Now,
believe it will because I mean, was you
You
guys are
said
doing
something.
good out there,
No, but you said something 2 minutes ago about the political part of it, and that's what happens sometimes when the politics is involved with it.
right?
Right? Man, I struggled with that for a long time, Coach.
You're not the
But
only one, coach.
I struggled with that. I felt as though you're doing all the right things. You're doing what you got to do. You're making sacrifices. You want to be acknowledged because you're doing such a good work. You know what I'm saying? Like you think it's a good thing, but it's for some people with the decision makers, you're just another average guy. In your
Right.
mind, you're not. You're sacrificing so much, and it makes you sometimes want to walk away from it. But because you're having such an impact on people's lives and parents and kids, you continue to work through it because you're just making a difference in people's lives.
Mhm.
Exactly. And the reward is much greater than the mighty
Much,
dollar, as they say.
much greater.
well,
Yeah.
well, here in America, we got this saying that
Whatever,
the
man.
that the squeaky wheel gets the
Just the
oil.
oil. Come on, man.
You
Don't
know what I'm
nobody
saying?
want to hear
And
that,
here's the
coach.
thing. Now, here's the problem that I think us as people who pour into the kids with no hidden agendas except to help the kids. There's not a lot of us that do that. you know. But what they'll do is the corporations that have the money, yeah, they'll keep giving the money to your Nick Sabans and all these guys with these big names. Where all us over here that are toiling real hard and I'm saying in the
Right.
fields, we out here putting in the work, genuine effort, and then we think that we shouldn't mention money because it can somewhat I guess taint our motives. But at the same time, man, we can't even die without paying something.
Right. Okay. So let me ask Coach this then, because he's active in coaching, right? Coach Philippe. So how many of your players that actually is doing something with themselves outside of basketball, even with basketball, is pouring back into your program?
Man, so not very much.
Really?
Not very much.
Wow, I'm actually shocked you said that, Coach.
No,
Really?
because man, you have to be in the islands to understand it too, man. Like it's
They just be trying to
survival
get
mode
off
down
the
here,
island.
right?
People just trying to get off the island.
Yeah,
Look,
that's what I'm saying.
also,
It's
you're not
survival mode.
asking.
Mhm.
We're not asking. We're not putting pressure on anybody.
And I don't as well too. So because I've taught those guys to go there and provide for yourself and your family. And then I don't personally go back and ask them to come back and help. You know, if I see them, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, come to the game, watch our games. But I understand that, and most guys, and again, I'm a young coach as well too. So most of the guys that I've been coaching are maybe 25 now, 24. They're trying to find themselves as well too, right? They're just
Right,
trying to
right.
cover themselves. So it would be, I would not ask him to do much besides show up and support with
Right.
your presence. Now, if you decide you want to, hey man, coach, you know what, I'll help with one of your players' tickets or whatever it is, then sure, for whatever it is. But if I continue at this rate that I'm going in the next 10 years, I'm pretty sure my program will be taken care of. Because those guys will now become family guys. They will be business
Right. And
owners.
that's what I'm saying.
They would be well guys in society that can help, you know. But for right now, there's some that come and some that just trying to figure themselves as well too, you know.
Right. And I get that. And I guess that's what I'm talking about. In hindsight, like later on, and you still
You know.
coaching and you keep being successful as you are, I'm almost 1,000% sure those young men gonna come back and say, "Hey, Coach Philippe, here's a couple of something to get these kids what they need to do." You
That's
know
the
what I mean?
goal. That's the
That's
goal
the
right
goal.
there.
And
Yeah.
dude, if you keep being successful, I believe that will happen.
That's the goal.
And-
But they've
And
helped me. They've also helped me. I don't want to say this because I know we're being recorded. They've helped me in other ways, right? So I've
right,
had people that went off to college, right? That
right,
was very successful and recommended players from the Bahamas. And their
right,
coach called me and said, "Hey man, do you have another Oswald Simmons? He's Oswald Meadows because he said that coach that you were the perfect coach for him." So that's the kind of blessing I've been getting where coaches come back and contact me.
right,
And so not financial blessings right now,
right.
but blessings in other ways.
Other ways. I take that. I
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah.
Got you. So tell me, Coach Philippe, where do you see yourself in the next few years? Is it coaching on the sidelines, anchoring, maybe being the coach for the Gators? Where do you see yourself in the next few
Yeah,
years?
but someone asked me that 2 days ago, man. Like they thought I what it takes to be a college coach at another level. But honestly, I enjoy what I'm doing right now. I enjoy it. Life is simple, right? Um, I know that sometimes when you have major responsibilities, coaching at a different level, it becomes more complicated. You're not comfortable. All you're thinking about is I have to win. If I don't win, I lose my job. That kind of stuff. I'm very comfortable now. I'm coaching voluntarily for free, right? It's
Yeah.
volunteer, and I enjoy working where I work as a broadcaster. So in the next few years, man, I could see myself continuing doing where I'm at right now. You know, we all want more money. Hell yeah, I want more money. I'll be very in a good place, but more money doesn't mean more happiness and satisfaction. I'm very comfortable, guys. I'm very comfortable with my lifestyle right now. Where I don't need for much. I don't need for much. And so I don't know. Next few years, whatever's in store, I'll look into it. If it's not, then I'm comfortable where I'm at right now. Honestly, I want to
Believe
definitely coach our national team. I want to coach our senior national team. I want to be one of the guys that in 2020 to 2028 when the Olympics is held in the USA and LA, I want to be a part of the coaching staff. You know, I want to see the
me.
Bahamas as one of the top 12 countries in the world in basketball. Right?
That's what's up.
I want to be a Stephen A. Smith as well too. broadcast journalist. I want to have my own shows. I want to be the voice of sports. I want to be the person that everyone says, you know what, when it comes to sports in the Bahamas, Trey Philippe is a guy. He's been around. He knows his stuff. He's educated. He knows every sport. So I have big ambitions as well too. But you got to be careful sometimes, just looking ahead of those things, man, because you know, time, man. Time takes its course.
All right, it does. It does.
Hey, Coach, one thing I have a burning desire to ask you, because I heard you kind of touch on it a little bit, but we didn't really dive into it. But what portion or what percentage of your practices or your philosophy is dedicated to development?
All right. So early on in the season, the majority is development, right?
Okay.
So we play. It's different in the U.S. We play basketball. We start our season in October, and we go through March. October through March, right?
Mhm.
My development for the majority of it is in the summertime, Coach.
Okay.
Right? Because again, I'm not a high school physical education teacher or coach. I'm a journalist by profession.
Right. Okay. Right.
And so my practices are every day, 5 days a week, from 5 p.m. to 6:30.
Okay.
At that point, the majority of what I do is team concepts,
Right.
strategies. So to answer your question, the majority of my development as far as personal development, ball handling, shooting,
Early season.
working on your stuff, it's in the summertime. I have a camp that I do every summer, a 4-week camp. And I encourage in fact, it's mandatory for my players to come to that camp.
Okay.
And players that I recruit as well too. It's mandatory because that's when you learn how to develop yourself as a basketball player.
Right.
You just don't have. I don't know. You might disagree. You don't have enough time when the season starts to develop. I don't have the time. I don't have the time because I have a full-time job. So I'm working on practices, transition offense, transition defense. Full court press, running on half court sets, running secondary breaks, out of bounds plays. Those things take time, man. They take time. And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to practice. So to answer your question, development, the majority of it is in the summertime. I challenge my players as well too. While we practice from 5 to 6:30, I tell my guys, go. I want to meet you on the court from 4:30, working on your game. When I pull up to the gym, because I just go sometimes before they reach there, just to see who's working on that stuff. The guys that work on their own development are the guys that become successful. So the personal development part is not one of my strengths, Coach, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have I don't do that full time,
Right.
I have
Right.
coaches that help guys out personal development, but that's not one of my strengths. I believe in bringing it together as far as bringing the concept together.
Right.
To get the job done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, so yeah, I that's just one of my things. I
know,
because
right?
and that's a common thing out here. A lot of the coaches feel just like you, like we don't have enough time to do the development. So yeah, I just kind of want to see what it was like on the island, see if it was similar.
So my dream job, coaches, is my dream job.
Mm-hmm.
If I had the financial support to build my own gymnasium, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I had my own gym, I probably won't be working for anybody else anymore. I commit myself to being a basketball coach and a development guy, and I could work hours and hours and hours to impact lives through sports because it helped me.
Right.
But the reality is that's not the case,
Mm-hmm.
I could help. I could train athletes all day. I could be in the gym all day. I could sleep in the gym.
Right.
Right.
I could really sleep in the gym, man. But
That's what's up.
I just love basketball, man. Again, basketball changed my life. It changed my life, guys. I grew up in the hood area where not many persons had an opportunity to get out outside the hood to become a successful citizen. But because of basketball, because of sports, I was an athlete. I had an opportunity, a rare opportunity, and that's why I always I tell my players, man, the basketball for me, I have in my house. A basketball for me was a passport. It allowed me to travel around the world and didn't have to pay a cent. The same way you travel and you go to the airport and you present your passport. That's what the basketball did for me.
Right.
Over 40 states in the U.S., guys. I played in over 40 states in the U.S., travel around, stayed in nice hotels, all that stuff just because of basketball, a one-round orange basketball that money cannot pay for.
Right.
Yeah.
Vegas, Chicago, New York, LA. It would cost a lot of money, but because of basketball, I got a chance to stay in some nice hotels, eat some good food.
Free.
Free. You know, pre-game meal, game meal, post-game meal, especially if you win the game. The post-game meal is the best meal, right?
Right.
Just because of basketball, man. That's why I'm so grateful for the sport, you know?
Okay. So then, like, as we're getting ready to wrap up, the last thing I would ask is when it's all said and done, would you like to have your name, let's say, on a building somewhere in the Bahamas?
I would want my legacy to be important. Because the sacrifices I've made, and I know that it's just a part of what someone that's going to do after me. Like I'm training one of my coaches, my assistant coaches now, to take over the program whenever I'm done. He's going to be the guy that's going to succeed me, right? And I'm saying that as a young coach, right? You would think I want to be that coach for 30 years, but that's not the plan. But I certainly would want to be remembered. If I'm not, that's fine, because I know the impact I've had over the years with some guys. That's a good enough impact all alone by itself, man. So again, I spoke about one day I want to have my own gymnasium, not for me to be remembered, but just to help people. We practice outdoors, guys, by the way. We don't have a gymnasium.
Really?
We don't have, Kim can tell you that. Outdoors. So when it rains, we have no practice. So when it's cold, we have no practice. When an event is happening in the park, we have no practice. And that's why I said my dream would be to have my own gymnasium, and that's not even a big gymnasium, it can seat 5,000 people, whatever it is. Just maybe 1,000, really. You know, that would be a dream, because most kids in the Bahamas, man, you guys got to understand, we've been playing outdoors for years, and we still play. High school games right now are played outdoors, majority of those games.
Really?
Not indoors.
Wow.
I can tell you that. We play outdoors on a park. So you talk about taking the charge, you got to think twice about taking the charge.
I'm sorry. That's not funny. I'm sorry, bro.
It's not, but no.
That's a harsh reality, though.
You're talking about going diving for a loose ball. You got to think twice about that.
Cherries.
You know, I'm gonna say this. And that's why, like, you know, we got to meet VJ Edgecombe this summer, or last summer. I'm sorry, and you know, his story, it hits home, bro. Like, it hits hard.
I'm telling
Like,
you.
he expressed it, and by you even saying what you're saying, dude, like, it gave me chills through the body, because we take a lot of stuff over here in the States for granted, you know. And now we see why a lot of dudes from different countries coming here a little bit hungrier than our kids, you know, because the environments are just a little different.
It's the truth, man. I lived in the U.S. for 7 years. I told you guys, man. I went to college for 4 years, and then I did my master's, and then I worked another year. But man, America, man, it's a privileged country. Like, I don't know where you guys are staying, wherever it is. It's privilege, and I just wish that kids could take advantage of those opportunities, because around the world sometimes we don't have that. We don't have that.
You know what? that whole the whole taking it for granted thing, man. Unfortunately, we all do it, man.
We do it. We do it. We all do
I
it.
I went to Jamaica.
Mhm.
I was there for like 13 days. Man, it was the best time I ever had in my whole life. But when
Okay.
you talk to the people on the island, "Nah, I'm ready to get out this place. I'm ready to go to foreign. I'm ready to get up
Yeah,
out of here."
yeah.
It's like they don't appreciate all the beauty that I don't see all the
That's
time.
true.
So
That's
I
true.
can go there and I can appreciate it.
Yeah,
Whereas I'm out here and
that's true.
yeah, we can go play basketball inside all the time. So
It's
yeah, we
true,
ain't
bro.
gotta go do it now. We
Yeah.
can, you know,
From that perspective, it's true because Americans come here in the Bahamas and I just had a friend who was from here the other day. He flew his own plane. He said, and he's a millionaire. He said, "Man, I wish I lived in the Bahamas where I don't have to worry about the hustle every day, right? And you don't have to worry about the hustle and driving on the road and the
You're a
traffic
millionaire.
on 95 to go to work every day and to do the stuff and be on conference calls every day." He said, "Man, I just love your lifestyle, Jay. Coach Philippe, I just love that your guys are laid back. So I get where you're coming from.
Mhm.
But we're talking from a sports perspective, man.
Right.
It's different, man.
That's different.
Yeah,
You got
it's different.
you got to work. You got to work twice, 3 times as hard to get where a lot of kids in the U.S. are right now, man. I'm telling you from
So
a personal
so
standpoint.
And so, is there anybody? This is kind of just out the box, kind of because I've seen some guys do it out here. Is there anybody out there turning like abandoned warehouses into indoor gyms or anything like that?
Some of the resources, man, monies, man. That's money.
No money.
That's money. I mean, if I had it, I would do it right now. I would do it. I'd
No.
do 4 or 5 of those right now.
What about that? So there's no like abandoned buildings out there right now. There's no
So we have
dilapidated buildings.
no. So we don't get me wrong. We have gyms, Coach.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we have right now in Freeport. We have one,
Three.
two, three gyms, right? Three
Okay.
high school gymnasiums. But they belong to public schools, so they practice. That's their school. So if
Okay.
I wanted to practice in their gym, I can. I'll have to call and
Hmm.
find out what's availability and make a payment to practice. It's like
Right.
$150 for 2 hours.
No.
What, Kim? I'm not gonna pay the $150. I don't even get paid as a coach.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I'm gonna find money to go practice, I don't get paid. I'm volunteering.
Right.
So we just make work of what we have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some schools are different. I'm not saying all the schools play or practice outdoors. Those 2 schools, 3 schools I'm talking about, they have their own gymnasium. But the others don't have that luxury.
Gotcha.
They don't have the luxury, man. So,
I never thought about it that y'all had to practice outside though. I don't
but
know
Kim, you
why.
practice out. You went to school there too. You
But
should
I
know.
went George's. We had gym.
That's what I'm saying. Your school had a gym.
So
So
we're getting all the fruit.
yeah, so
So where you think Sunland?
it never even crossed my
So
mind.
where you think Sunland Tabernacle is practice? Where you think we practice? Think about it.
I'm just saying, I thought y'all just had like a small gymnasium that y'all just, I don't know.
Small
Cause,
And
gymnasium. I wish we had a
I,
small
cause don't
gymnasium.
forget, we always looked at it as your school making the money.
It's a
You
private
gotta
school.
get, yes, a private school. You gotta be fortunate to even be able to get there.
But the priority in the sports, though, it's about the
That's
private
true.
school making money for whatever it is. It's a academic school and known for academics.
but they know how to use that booster money though, huh?
No, but recently, that's what I'm saying. The school was known where I'm coaching to is an academics. It's like a I don't know. I want to say what's a good academic school in Orlando? Windermere?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I know some schools in there, but
No.
it's compared. What's the school right there by what's the school right there by the citrus field?
Evan,
Huh?
Evan,
Evans.
Evan.
Yeah, I think it's Evans and Edgewater. Like it's like these hood schools, right? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hmm.
He called Edgewater, so he know Edgewater too. Okay.
Went down there, and so we it's like the focus for where I came, where the school that I'm at is academics. We just became a powerhouse in basketball the last 10 years, they tell me. So now I do suspect, in fact, there's conversations now to build a gym, but I don't see it happening this year or next year. It might happen like 2028, you know?
Got you.
Right.
and then things will become much more easier.
Mm.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like I say, that can hinder. Yeah, that can hinder everything. That can hinder recruitment. That can hinder. Yeah, that can hinder a lot with no
Man,
gym.
do you know how hard it is to recruit players? For me,
Yeah, to play outside. Yeah, we tried it.
I always felt y'all just go to Abaco
but we do. That's what I'm saying. We do go to
because y'all
Albuquerque.
always find the best players out of Abaco
So
98% of the time.
I recruit a lot of players out of from different islands, by the way, guys, because they're more hungrier when they come to Freeport, which is the second city. When they come from
Mm.
smaller islands, they come in with a mindset of this is a rare opportunity. I have to make it work for me and my family.
Mm,
Yeah.
And I prefer those kind of kids to coach. That a privileged kid that could just call mom and say, "Pick me from practice. I'm just tired of practice." I don't want
Yeah.
that. I want a kid that
Mm.
you have to call mom on a different island, and she's gonna say, "Well, you're in Freeport now. You better make it work."
Right. Right.
You have no
Right.
choice but to make it work.
Got you.
I
That's why I
understand.
recruited them from the different islands.
mm.
I understand. Okay. All right, Mr. Philippe. So definitely it was great speaking to you today. Definitely enjoy having you on the podcast and listening to your story. This one of the parents, this is a great story to hear today with the podcast. Just want to say thank you to all the Coach Ron, Coach T, and the team. And this is a great podcast and remember to stay off the bench.
Yes.
I
All
appreciate
right.
I appreciate you guys, man. I love it, man. And I'll anytime you need me, man, I'm always available, man. To my guy Kim again, that's
Yeah.
my guy. One of my close friends. I hold him dear to my heart. We have a good relationship over the many years, and it's never been anything different. So whenever you guys need me, I'm available. And it's just my story, man. It's just I love sports. I love people, and I
Mm,
want to see the world in a better place. And when it comes to basketball, it's just like I say again, it saved my life, and
All
I'm
Mm.
right.
here to save somebody else's life as best as I can.
Got you.
right.
Got you.
That's right. That's what's up, Coach. We
Definitely. Thank
definitely
you.
appreciate you.
Appreciate
Definitely.
you.
And we're gonna be in contact for sure.
No problem,
That's
man.
what's
We'll
up.
be in touch.
All
Oh
All
yes.
right. Oh, don't
All
forget to
right.
like, share, and subscribe, folks.
right.
That's
Yep.
Send me,
right.
We'll see
Like
you
and
on the
share.
next episode.
Exactly. Exactly.
send me the link so I can share it with people.